Hello everyone, this is Quick Kitchen Tips with Matthew. Tonight I'm going to show you how to process a pumpkin. I've got a, this ain't your regular orange pumpkin, but a pumpkin's a pumpkin. There's no such thing as a poisonous pumpkin. They have to mark it if it's poisonous, so I'm just going to start whacking away with it. Alright, I've got this bigger knife here. A machete would probably work pretty good. I have a knife that's made to butcher a cow, and I couldn't find it. That's the perfect knife for this, actually, but I couldn't find it today. So we're going to hack away with it with a meat cleaver slash just a big kitchen knife. It's that thing that's so hard. It's that stem in the middle. It smells good. It smells good. Alright. This is pretty orange in the middle. Some of them's not orange. But I'm going to cut this into a couple more slices than you would. Normally I just cut them big yellow ones in half, but this is going to be a little different than that. Simply it's a different style pumpkin. So yeah, I've never did one of these particular kind of pumpkins, so it's going to be a little different on processing it. I had an orange one that I think one of the dogs down the road got into, or something, or a coyote or something. So it would have been easier for me to do the video on that, because it's a lot easier. You just cut the thing in half and scoop it out. This one's going to be a little bit more of a pain to do, and I can't actually do some of the stuff I was going to do with the other pumpkin. So I like to put butter off in the pumpkin when I'm roasting it. So you won't get all these little seeds out. I'm going to get me a bowl. Give me a little bowl here. Get these little seeds off. We can actually use these seeds too. So get all these little seeds out of here. Take the seeds out, and I'm going to roast these seeds separate. You got to get them clean, washed off and cleaned real well. So we're just doing this with all this pumpkin. I'm going to need more sheet pans now. The other pumpkin would have been a lot easier to did. I'll go ahead and tell you that. But this one smells really good, so I think it's gonna have some good flavor to it. You can do all kind of stuff with this pumpkin. I like making pumpkin soup myself, and I've made pumpkin risotto with these things. Pumpkin soup is what I usually make out of these things, though, when I'm at a place that has pumpkins left over from Halloween or from whatever from the fall, you know, just decorations. There's no sense in throwing these things away. I hate waste. So if you got a pumpkin laying around, these things will last for months. So I would just cut it up and make sure it ain't bad. More likely it's not. Like I said, these things are good. This is what I would want to have if I knew. I'd want to have a farm of these things if I knew that I needed something to stay good. We didn't have electricity or power to keep stuff cool. This would be a good viable source of food, because they stay good for so long. If I have another sheet pan. Yep. I've got the oven cranked up on 400. Like I said, I'm going to have to modify what I normally do. With this thing. This is going to be a lot of pumpkins though. What I plan on doing is once it's all roasted, this stuff just pull right out. We'll process this thing and probably freeze it in little quart bags. I'll probably weigh it out. I don't know if y'all have scales at the house, but that'd be the best thing to do is weigh it out. That way you get a recipe that calls for like I'm gonna probably do 15 ounce. That's what usually comes in a can. 14 and a half or something like that. A little bit can be tossed. There's not a lot of waste. There's all this pumpkin stuff. I'm gonna put this in a strainer. Probably not gonna show that. I'm gonna put that. If I had a camera person, I would. You gotta get this stuff in like a strainer and get all these little things out of it. And I'll show you what we got. You just wash them seeds through a strainer. So you use the whole pumpkin except the skin. So next, what I'm going to do is normally I cut it in half and I put butter and I put spiced rum in it and I put these seasonings I'm fixing to put on it. So if you have a regular orange pumpkin, you can just cut the thing in half and do what I'm doing here, except put you a stick of butter in both pumpkins, put your little shot of rum in both of them, and then add all this other stuff. I'm just going to season them up a little bit while I'm roasting it. So I'm going to do a little salt. We're going to salt it down a little bit. Now, I usually put the brown sugar in. I'm not going to put the brown sugar on this because of just because it's not going to hold it. It's just going to be going everywhere. I put a little cayenne pepper on this. We got the whole out. Ain't got no shaker on it. I had to just sprinkle a little bit of cayenne, not much. You see, I'm being very gentle with it. Cinnamon, and we'll go a little more generous with the cinnamon. I don't really use the pumpkin spice. I'm not really sure. I think it's got some of the stuff I'm using in it, but it's got a little more stuff in it. This is what I normally use. If I have ginger, sometimes I use ginger in it too. I think that's in the pumpkin spice. I've never just used pumpkin spice. I've just been creative with different seasonings. So I got nutmeg here. So I'll write down what spices, seasons I use, and then tell y'all what we can use at a later date. So I'm going to go ahead and this is going to be different. Let's see what I can do with this. I'm usually using a commercial oven when I do this. See if I can put these pans in there this way. Maybe I can put two side by side. I don't know if it'll. Look at this dirty one. I did something with this earlier. Nope. So I don't know if that's going to go in there quite right. If I lay it down, it will. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing, repeat the same process. Do a little salt. Generous amount of cinnamon. Very little bit of cayenne pepper. And then a little nutmeg, a little dash of nutmeg. Don't want to get crazy with this stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to lay these things on the side, hoping that I'm going to cut that one more time. Does it fit? I may have to cut that one again. This was something I didn't foresee. I was going to use the orange one, but I was going to do this one too, but I was going to do the orange one in the video because that's what most people use. I got another white one I'm going to process too, and just keep on deck. Alright, I got on 400 degrees, and we'll be back. So we're back. I've got a bunch of pumpkin right here. You see this? That's what ends up being after I skinned all that. I skinned it all. Like I said, if you cut the pumpkin in half, you cook it. It usually you can usually pull it right out, but that wasn't the case with this one. If you want to leave this pumpkin unseasoned, you can, because this ain't gonna. I can't really give you an accurate recipe because all these pumpkins are going to be different. Some of them's gonna be smaller. And look, if you hadn't got, I got this big boy thing. I've been just burning up to use. I bought this for myself for Christmas last year. This is I call it immersion blender. You could actually put pieces of it in this and process it that way. I'm gonna go ahead and throw me some sugar in here. I put about 3/4 bag in there. That's a big ass pumpkin right there. I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring me some milk in here. I'd rather use heavy cream, but things are tight right now. Heavy cream would be a much better option than this. So let me get the camera over here to show y'all what I'm doing. I should have a. Some of these has buttons I can just keep it going. All right, so I can't do that with both hands. So we're just gonna. Alright, so I got, that's what we're looking like right now. That was the, fixing to taste it, see what it tastes like. Like I said, I would, I'm gonna leave it alone like that, and that's how I'm just gonna leave it processed like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this stuff cool off. That stuff good just like that. I'm gonna let that cool off, and I'll mess with it tomorrow. That's pretty much it. If you got one of these smaller blenders, you can do it in smaller batches. I was able to do that whole pumpkin with that in literally minutes. These things right here aren't cheap. I was wanting a bigger one than this one. This is what I end up getting. This Waring brand is going to be the cheaper version. This is about 300 bucks for the Waring version. If you want to get the RoboCoot, which is the Cadillac of these things, that's going to cost you about 500. It's $500–600 for the same size. Everybody don't need nothing like that, and so this stuff's going to solidify a little bit more. I might have added a little bit too much milk, but so I would just trying to blend it without the milk. I usually use heavy cream. Anyways, that's it. And like I said, if you want to not actually season it, you don't have to. Then that way you can add it to your recipe the way you want. But this stuff freezes up fine. And anyways, that's about it. That's how to process a pumpkin. Y'all have a blessed night. I'm fixing to go to bed.